I happen to hate cheese, but these Lotus Biscoff cheesecake cups are so good. So let me show you how I make them. Crumble some Lotus Biscoff biscuits, then scoop a tablespoon of crumbs into each of your little mini 60 milliliter cups. Flatten this layer using the bottom of an extra cup. Now we're going to make the cheesecake mix, which just requires the Biscoff spread, cream cheese, and now we're making this whipped cream mixture, which of course requires whipped cream, vanilla, powdered sugar, and that is it. We're going to add these mixtures together, and that will be your cheesecake layer, which you pipe into each cup. Don't worry, the measurements of everything are in the caption, but the final step is to melt some Biscoff and drizzle that over the tops, and then add some more crumbs and enjoy.
This is the easiest dessert that you can make in 20 minutes.
All you need is 2 eggs, some milk, a little bit of sugar, mix together. Tear up the bread and make sure it's fully soaked in the milk mixture. This is what you're looking for. And to finish off, add a little bit more sugar on top. Air fry at 350 for 15 minutes.
Look at that.
Okay, now go ahead and add some condensed milk into the boiling water. I'm using 0.55 pounds of water and 1 can of condensed milk. My can of condensed milk is 14.10 ounces. Now stir well until dissolved. The process is very important for the recipe. After dissolving and stirring well, turn off the heat. Now put this mixture in a bowl. And now it is time to add a few more ingredients. Add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 1 egg. Now stir everything very well and quickly. Be careful not to cook the eggs. This is not an omelet. Now let's add the next ingredients. Add some salt. Add 1 cup of flour. Now stir again until a creamy mixture is formed, like that. And after mixing very well, this will be the correct texture. It's very important that your dough is super duper smooth. Now, if you need to, you can pass the dough through a sieve. This is the right texture that you should be looking for. Yep, just like this. Now we will turn the heat on and warm up your frying pan. Add a small amount of margarine. Now use just a small amount. We don't need too much margarine right now. Now grease the pan to put the batter in. And just use a small amount. And just make sure your dough is very thin at this step. The batter should be very thin, just like mine. And if it looks like this, then the batter should be quite good. Now this batter should cook down to about the size of a pancake. Like this. And shall we flip it? Give it a nice flip and wow, look at how beautiful it is. Now go ahead and flatten it very well in the pan. This dough is pretty fragile, so make sure to do it very carefully. This dough is also very wonderful and fragile, but very wonderful. Now wait to brown the other side. And after finishing, remove from heat and repeat the process with all of your dough. Now, the best part, add the chocolate. I'm just going to use some plain chocolate that's melted with a little bit of heavy cream. Now, you can replace the chocolate with fruit jelly, dulce de leche, or any other filling of your choice. And add a little powdered milk to give it a tiny bit more flavor, richness, creaminess. And then you just want to close the pancake just like that. And it becomes soft and creamy and juicy. And with the pancakes all filled, add the chocolate to give it a little decoration. And add a little more powdered milk. And this is your result, a very tasty little treat.
These s'mores brownie bites are the perfect recipe if you want something that's super low effort but really delicious. The best part is it uses pre-packaged brownie mix, so whatever level of a baker you consider yourself, these will turn out to be a success. Just make the brownie batter according to the package directions, but instead of water, sub it with milk. That's what I always do, and they turn out so much better. Then we'll break down some graham crackers and mix it with some melted butter, and that's basically it for the crust. Add that to the bottom of a cupcake tin and mash it down so that you have a crust, and then pour the brownie batter on top and pop in the oven to bake. Twist them and they should easily pop off, then make an indent in the center, add your mini marshmallows, and torch them. You can also add some hot fudge sauce on top to enjoy.
I have made so many versions of this, and I noticed something, but first here's the breakdown. It's 2 layers of each Reese's Chips Ahoy and Reese's Pieces brownie brittle. I've shown this with homemade whipped cream and Cool Whip, and it seems like every single time people make it, they wind up using Cool Whip. That being said, you can use either. I like both, but for this, make sure it's 16 ounces.
These 5-ingredient shortcut muffins using a pancake mix are what I make when I need something quick and easy for the week, especially for my kids' breakfast. It's super versatile and you can add whatever add-ins you like. Our favorite is chocolate chips or blueberries, and because I can't help myself, I also like to add in some shredded zucchini to boost the nutrients. Make sure to squeeze out the moisture first. This makes 10 regular muffins, but I like to fill my muffin tin all the way to the top for tall, rounded bakery-style muffins, which will make 8. These turn out so delicious and fluffy. It's my kids' latest go-to breakfast alongside some eggs, and it makes a wonderful on-the-go snack as well. I love that it's not too sweet and it's just so yummy. We all enjoy these regularly.
Fluffy and soaked lemon cake drizzled in hot custard. Nothing pairs better with zesty lemon cake than hot custard poured on top. It is so easy and simple to make a lemon cake, and it goes down so well. This is perfect for iftar, as it's not too heavy and not too sweet. Everything balances out. The cake recipe is super simple. Soften and whisk your butter until it's creamy and add your sugar. Then separate your egg yolks and add those in with the vanilla and milk. Once combined fully, squeeze in half a lemon. Then grate a whole lemon and add in the zest. Sift in self-raising flour and fold this in. In a separate bowl, whisk your egg whites until they form peaks. Carefully fold this in without knocking out the air bubbles. This is what will give your cake a very fluffy, super soft and spongy texture. It will honestly just melt in your mouth. Give it a few pats to knock out the large air bubbles, and bake this at 160 for 20 to 25 minutes. Whilst it's still warm, I make a lemon syrup, and I coat this on the warm cake just to soak it in. Then after a while, give it a few more soaks before it's ready to serve. It really is that simple. I hope you enjoy. Bye.
Okay, hear me out. You've made our single serve chocolate chip cookie and you want to know what to do with the rest of your egg whites. Here's our single serve brownie cookie. This makes the most fudgiest lava cake style brownie cookie. Just start by whisking your egg and your sugar together. It's a bit of a workout, but it's totally worth it. You want to make sure your sugar is completely dissolved before adding your mixture of melted chocolate and butter. Now for your dry ingredients, add 4 tablespoons of plain flour and 1 tablespoon of Dutch processed cocoa powder. This is what's going to give your cookie that really decadent chocolatey flavor. Add a pinch of baking soda, salt, and a splash of vanilla, and that's the hard part pretty much done. Chocolate chips are optional, but of course a great addition. Pop them in the oven for 10 minutes or more. I like mine ooey and gooey in the center. Serve them nice and warm with some vanilla ice cream, and you will literally never need another brownie cookie recipe in your life. And of course, it only makes sense that a single serving is 3 cookies. Comment down below if you want more single serve recipes.